Hi guys, I have a question for you. Do you know who are we fighting? Why is it that throughout the entire world back then we are in this discord with one another everywhere? Not one particular country is the exception. I was going through all my past learnings and I ran into this little quote. It says, remember, this is for entertainment only. This is not a school, but it's kind of nice to talk about things. It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Don't tell anybody. In my show, I always talk to you about lighting up your coconut, lighting up your soul. And I also talk to you about going back to basics. See, there is something called capacity. And this is what every individual has a duty. For example, if I see a guy pick up 200-pound weight, I know perhaps somewhere in me I'm capable of picking up 200 pounds. Maybe with a little bit of training or right? But I also have to consider my age, my strength, and all of the factors that will require to pick up that 200 pounds. Perhaps the easiest thing to do is to be a witness and say, congratulations. What a spectacle. Good, great. And congratulate the person, right? Today, in our world, we are being pushed by the things that we see here, by the things that constantly being bombarded because we have this in our face. All this information goes in here, and where does it go? Nowhere. I call this the pen and paper revolution of the 21st century. Well, hurry up. It might not be there for too long after this. Write down your thoughts. If you don't adapt, you won't be able to conquer this century. Germans call it Zeitgeist. They even made a movie. There's nothing more. In fact, I'll show you. I'll give you the actual meaning of it, so that way you can see what I'm talking about. I even know how to pronounce. All right, the meaning of it is a very simple one. Okay, there you go. It says right there. It's, I guess, like that. The defining spirit or mood of a particular period of history is shown by the ideas and belief of the time. It's a time. We are living in changing times. Are we building something up? Well, that's to be seen. But it looks like right now it's on a tearing down. Just like when a realtor, a developer goes into a new house, he's going to build something there and then he destroys it completely so he can make a new building. And it's a transition. For older people and the young, that can be very, very particularly dangerous, because this is when the guys in the middle get all that energy going. The young minds trying to prevail over one another, and the little more mature adults trying to cope with it. But the guys that are older, they're going to need a lot more changing to do. Well, let's start with the most basic and fundamental part of education, having something to write on other than your head. Because remember, older guys, we becoming We forget things more and more. So here we go. Whatever is in your mind, you transcribe it here. And then on another time, you come and read it. And that's how you develop this new technique called self-growing, right? It's sort of like a self-fulfillment prophecy. If you're scared, put it right here that you're scared. Part of being a salesman is to learn how to empty your brain and fill it up with positive things to be able to overcome all the obstacles. And that's all it is. It's all techniques for your brain, like a computer. But we have this thing called the soul, right? We light it up, we fire it up. So guys, light up your coconut. Go get some of this and start working on your changes right now. You're gonna need it. There's nothing more beautiful than something called 100 years of solitude. Imagine if you were to live 100 years and you were just in a corner with a small desk and unlimited access to pen and paper all the time, the things that your imagination could write if you didn't have to go nowhere. Well, guess what? This is what this is. People are traveling through this, people are doing all the things through this, but some people are not adapting to it. So the new AI world is already here. It began in the 21st century on the year 2001. Since then, look at all the things that are being tearing down. We had two mega tsunamis in 2004, 2011, multiple earthquakes, more earthquake activity than ever before, rising of seas, drying up of seas. So the earth, right, is going through a lot of changes and transformations. Zeitgeist. So guys, just everything is in the words. Everything is in the knowledge. All you have to do is open it. And one more thing I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to, the word principalities, right? Remember, where there's a mess, somebody's going to take advantage of it, right? So, okay. So in the Bible, it speaks on efficiency. I'm bilingual, so sometimes I hope you bear with me on this. Because you have to understand where all the information lies. It's everywhere. It's in all the books, right? You gotta go get all of them and then compare and then make your own conclusion. He says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood." So see, you eating, you doing everything, but then everything is right here, right? Like It says, "But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places." Guys, remember, I told you, Zeitgeist, right? Gotta look into that. You gotta stop it if you haven't never seen it, but a lot of people are familiar with this. And also, one more thing that was said by our friend here, one of the remember minds here, Darwin, right? Is that if you allow for companies, right? But let me give you the exact quote. Charles, you put it all together and then you get a good salad of knowledge, and then you can see that there are very talented people out there that gives us stories, right? So all you have to do is put it together. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Guys, it's not. Okay. Well, basically, he said that if we allow corporations, if we allow companies to make people poor, to make people suffer, then that's our greatest sin. Because they should never be greater than the people itself. So when we let this unleash, then we deserve really no mercy, basically. So I don't know if this is what that is, but there's a lot of things that are out of control, and perhaps this is the time to do it. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, Zeitgeist is none more than a different time from 20th century into 21st century. And guess what? Now it's time to get ourselves pen and paper revolution. Let's get it out there. Start writing on it. If you're having troubles of any kind, just write them down. Write it down. Tear them up. Shred it. Whatever you want to do afterwards. But read it before you do that, just to make sure that you understand it. Because this is your life basically in paper. Because these videos, they can be taken down. You know, there was a time where it was illegal to have pen and paper. Did you know that? Go check it out. There was a time that was illegal to read. If they caught you reading, it's like they caught you without a mask today. This is not new. Just get on it and learning. Right? Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know if you're practicing this. It's going to love it. Okay? Coming from a salesman, I'll tell you, it's the best way to get your mind clear.